Okay, so day 2 and 3 of the 50k challenge funded account with Stealth Trader. Let's take a little look at the trades the last couple of days. Couldn't do a video yesterday update, too busy, but managed to do one for you today. I've gained about another $850 odd since then. We start the account with $50,000. I've got to get to 10%. Once I get 10%, I pass this challenge. And I thought it would be a little bit of fun alongside my other live trading accounts. Okay, this account is taking a bit of a, it's about third in line at the moment. And when I'm getting time to trade, then I'm going into this account and putting some trades on. We'll look at the trade strategies in one moment. But as we go through the statements here, you can see that a couple of losers. Red, of course, is a losing trade. Green's a winning trade in here. This trade here, $497 on silver. Now, got to be so careful when you're trading the silver market, guys, and commodities, because they can extend and push higher and higher and not reverse. And at the moment, I feel like, you know, you've got to start trading. You come to your charts, you start trading, and I started trading this challenge account. And it feels like, for me, that all the trades I'm taking are overbought trades. And that's fine, because I'm in the cycle at the moment. The markets are in a cycle, whether they're overbought or oversold. And silver market is completely overbought. That's going to have a big reversal soon. And I felt the pound US dollar. I should have made more money on the pound US dollar. Did in my live account. I neglected it in my funded account here, and the euro as well. Made a bid on the euro. But the pound US dollar, I neglected it. I should have, got in a little bit stronger on that in the funded account. But I feel like I'm taking trades with the markets completely overbought, and this is where I'm starting at. I'm not starting really, as of Monday, 2 days ago when I started the account, I'm not starting with new trends, am I? I'm not starting really with a bull market in the stock market, for example. I'm not starting with a bull market in silver or gold, because they've already had a really big move. And so how do I, what am I doing? I feel like I'm taking reversals at the high, and that is completely fine if you know where you are in the cycle of a trend, okay? And an overbought market can stay overbought, and especially commodities, they can stay overbought and extend in fifth waves for a longer period than other markets like the forex market. All right, so I'm just trying to manage risk here, going for a couple of big hits, but bearing in mind that you're managing the risk and just plodding along here. I was actually losing money in the FTSE trades here, and to be honest with you, the FTSE trades, I pretty much I just maybe lost a little bit in that, maybe. Yeah, all right, so it doesn't matter as long as I'm managing the risk and I'm not blowing out with breaking the rules here. I need to make sure that I am following the rules to the best of my ability. And I, as a person, struggle to read, enjoy reading. I'm a chartist. I like looking at pictures and paintings and stuff. When it comes to reading rules, I don't know about you guys, sometimes, reading those rules, you've got to focus, and that's where I see people don't read the rules when it comes to a challenge account, and I've got to remind myself what the rules are of the challenge account, and that you see people hard breaching because they've I don't know, they just haven't followed along. All right, so let's dive into the charts anyway and take a little look and see where we are in some of these trades and what I was looking at. And you can see here that the FTSE played out nicely in the end. We were just so overbought on this explosive move higher. We came out with inflation in Britain today, and it was better. It's come down, and the British pound exploded higher. The British pound came down. FTSE went up. And but the thing about it, it's already priced in the chart. Let me show you the British pound against the US dollar here. And this was the big sell-off on Wednesday here when news came out today. But it was already, the charts were already indicating that we could have a big reversal. And I was looking at this on Tuesday thinking, I'm going to load the boat to short this. And I did in my spread betting account, in my day trading spread betting account, not in my funded account. And so as we pushed up here, we made higher highs and higher lows. Nice new green buy signal on the Pro Trend system. Green buy signal, we make a new high in that circle there. Come down, we go sideways, we make a new high. And I'm looking down below, guys, and I'm seeing this great big three-wave divergence. Two waves divergences, bearish divergence are, often a reversal, but a three-wave divergence like this, it can be a trend changer for a while. We've actually started to recover from this. And so now, the question is, do we make a lower high here and roll over with new reds tomorrow, being Thursday? We shall see. But it was all about this high for me and that lower high on the storyteller. Those lines were kicking in, came up on the scanner a couple of days ago, and that's what I was looking for. Let's have a little look at silver. And it's buy on green and sell on red. And silver as well is giving us the same setup. It's given us the same divergence. I'm not at the start of the bull market. If I was buying it here or at this period of time starting the funded account here, I'd be just going with momentum. But I'm not. I'm actually trading it around this area here, okay? So I've got the funded account around here. It's only 3 days into it, and I'm around here. So I'm at the high of this market. So if this can start to go red and really break down and maybe break these trend lines here we've got on the silver market, then I think we can grow that funded account and get to that challenge target much quicker. So there is an opportunity that I'm going to be stalking here tomorrow on Thursday, because we know from the sentiment report that there's 97% of traders long silver. Okay, and that is the biggest reader of all time. So when its sentiment is so high, a reversal is coming. Look at Bitcoin. Okay, sentiment's so high. Look at Nvidia. Sentiment so high, reversal comes. There's nobody left to buy the market. Everyone's long. Now we're seeing record numbers of buyers in silver. Why wouldn't they? The sentiment, it's been such a lovely market, and the bulls have been completely in control of this market, and they've had an absolute field day because it's been long, it's been strong, it's been let's look at the daily chart of silver. On our pro trend system, colors and tracks, it's just hit target after target after target. It's extended. Commodities extend even further. They could go parabolic, in fact. So with the challenge account, I've got to as soon as I put that trade on, I was like, okay, manage risk quickly, because the numbers were changing really quickly. And if we started to go into a losing trade, I'd have cut that for $200, guys. No problem whatsoever. And I've got out of that trade, but it went into profit nice and quickly. So I'm watching this. Could we go parabolic on silver? And if we do, that is likely to be the top of the market. And then we roll over and we could have a severe drop, guys. So watching that as an opportunity, because I think if I can target silver, then that challenge account could be passed pretty quickly. Okay, so looking at the German DAX. Now today we're starting to get and we've not closed yet, but we're starting to get a pro trend system sell signal in here, right? It's turning red. So if we got the reds like we did here and the reds here, then if we confirm tomorrow, I'll come in tomorrow morning looking at this, I'll be looking for short side trades, all right? So just see if we can get some more downside in the German DAX. NASDAQ is already red and we're short that anyway as a swing trade in our live trading account. So NASDAQ, we've got a target of 24,642 down here. We're just holding. I think with the NASDAQ, we've got 2 histograms pointing down. Guys, this could start to accelerate. If we see speed picking up, okay, then I think we could drop quite quickly on the NASDAQ. The key for the NASDAQ is 23,832. If we break there, then we are going down, possibly even faster than expected. All right, so watching this, we're certainly making a lower high, turned red. That was our trigger on Scan Club on last week, looking for shorting, and we're nicely short this market. Okay, so watching that. Let's have a little look at gold as well. Okay, here's the gold chart on the daily time frame. Got this trend line running across the highs here, and it's really interesting how it's respected this trend line. We've gone up, our wicks touched it here, then we've gone up again a couple of days ago, and today we've gone straight up. You'd expect it to break out above here. It's got every chance to do that. We could break out above here and start to get into higher targets up here. But whilst it stays below this area here, which is around that 4,400 mark, as long as we stay below, we could have a ABC correction, so we could go red, but we've not gone red here. There's no second guessing when you're using the color method. It's green, it's red, it's white, it's blue, or yellow. Okay, and at the moment it's green. Tracks are green. If it turns red, I'd start to short it. I really would, and see if it can run down. Okay, because I think, you know, if we can get down in these areas here, it could have a nice flush into these areas. And then once it's in here, we get a new buy signal. We go up and make brand new highs. So just seeing, and I think the unexpected move on silver is down here. So if it turns red, I'll be short in this market. But it hasn't. All right. Okay, so that's the updated challenge account. Let's see how I get on in the next couple of days and finish the week strong, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, giving you as much help as I possibly can. If you want to dive into our color method and our courses, don't forget they're in the description. Dive into some free resources in there. All right, I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.